Good afternoon, everybody. For those of you that I haven't met, I'm Don Elliman, and I have the honor of being the chancellor of this campus. And I'm going to be brief because this ceremony, which started, I think this is the second year, if I'm correct, and that was a great idea that came to us from Vice Chancellor Dr. Flagg. And I think it's a terrific recognition of something that is so absolutely critical to this campus and to what we do every day. This ceremony is about you all. You make us very proud with what you do every day, and I can't be happier that we're having an opportunity to recognize a number of you who've really risen to the top of the heap. When I think about our three missions: clinical care, research, and education, in many ways, and I think I may have said this before, if you think of that as an arch, the keystone of that arch is actually research. It defines our national ranking, perhaps more than anything else. And it is, in fact, the quality of our research portfolio that is a major attraction for clinical physicians and obviously for physician scientists. And it's another reason why students want to come here. I mean, it's a huge piece of everything that we do, and it permeates every single aspect of our society. We live in a very competitive world. You all live in a very competitive world. I think what we're recognizing today is that with the talent that we have in this room and on this campus, we can compete with anybody. And that makes us very proud and very happy to be here today to recognize you. So with that, I'm going to throw it over to the person who actually came up with this idea, and that's Dr. Tom Flagg.
Well, thanks, Chancellor Elliman, for those great words of welcome. And truly, this has been a great team effort in getting this together. I'd like to also acknowledge the co-presenter today, Dr. Lori Stussel, the Associate Vice Chancellor for Research, and thank her for all the help in getting this together and everything else that she's done. I'd like to thank the organizing committee as well for everything they've done. I'd like to thank you, too. There were some snow squalls today. I think there were a few people concerned about the snow. During our lab meeting around 9:30, it was coming down pretty heavy, but it's all cleared now. So welcome to Colorado, and I'm glad we're all here. I think this is actually the third of these we've done now, because we did one during the pandemic. I was just counting as well. And during the pandemic, there was so much going on, right? I think we all sort of synergized around this and felt that we wanted to recognize those in the research committee that were doing research during the pandemic and supporting research during the pandemic. And it was a great celebration. I remember we were in the big auditorium over in ED 1 or 2 there, the big 600-seater. And we had about 50 people spread out across 600 seats. It was just a different time, and it was that's where we were with the pandemic. We did this last year. It was a good showing. I think this year we got together and said we really want to do this. We hope there's enough interest from the research committee to identify nominees for these different categories. We have a fair amount of categories. So as we sat, and again I want to recognize the organizing committee, we had over 170 nomination letters across the categories. So we thought if we had 50 or 75, we feel pretty good about the overall course of that. So I want to recognize all those people that nominated their colleagues. That's remarkable. I want to recognize those people that aren't here today, because there are many great people in the nomination list as well. I want to thank the committee. We had a great review committee of faculty members here representing adult and pediatric research, all different types of research disciplines. We had several schools involved as well. So thanks for all of their great work on this. And as the chancellor said, the real point today is to honor the great work by the folks up here in the front in the awardees section and everything that you've done to get to this place and support research. So our program is pretty straightforward today. Lori and I are going to introduce each of the nominees. When you say your name, we're going to read a bit from your nomination letter. So the goal of that is to make you blush just slightly. There's a lot of nice things that are said about you. All of them, I think, are very sincere. We'll present the award here. We'll do a brief photo here with Scott. So just pause with us for a little bit. I'll just say this: as you read through 170 nomination letters, and I think several of us did that, I myself was struck by a couple things. We're a campus for 5,000 faculty members. It's an impressive faculty we had. We're also a campus that's populated by thousands of staff and administrators that support the research mission. Thousands of trainees that are doing the work as well. We have an exceptionally accomplished faculty. I think that came through. We have a very dedicated support team in the staff and administrative realm. We have a wonderful mentorship environment. As I read through the mentorship letters, some of those were very touching, written by mentees about their mentors. We have a very strong group of trainees and an overall culture of collaboration. Before we start today in the main program, we did want to do a brief video presentation, so I'll turn things over there.
Welcome to the University of Colorado Anschutz Medical Campus, an academic health center at the forefront of transformative research, science, healthcare, and innovation.
A place where visionaries and changemakers are tackling the toughest health challenges facing humankind. From pediatrics to geriatrics, our multidisciplinary research is improving the lives of countless people today while advancing the cures of tomorrow.
We have the talent and expertise.
We have the resources, technology, and infrastructure.
And we have a multitude of medical, educational, and scientific partnerships, all right here on one campus.
Creating an integrated culture that allows ideas and innovation to thrive.
From basic science to population-level research and everything in between,
CU Anschutz is bringing discoveries from the lab to the clinic to the world at large.
All at a remarkable scale and speed.
We're advancing personalized therapies to cure cancer.
We're improving our understanding of human biology to help cure disease.
We're developing new technologies to address the mental health crisis.
We are launching public health initiatives to reduce inequities.
We're using artificial intelligence to transform healthcare as we know it. Here at CU Anschutz, collaboration is in our DNA.
Because we know that working together
Across institutions, medical specialties, and communities
is the only way to advance research that will truly change the world.
And we are just getting started.
I think that sets a very nice tone for today. So thanks to the comms team for that work in the video. So the first category today is that of the Chancellor's Distinguished Research Lectureship Award. So I would say this is a new category this year, and this really came out of some discussions that we had after the last award ceremony. So this award recognizes extraordinary research accomplishments by CU Anschutz faculty, is intended to showcase impactful and innovative research from any research discipline on campus. This award includes subsequent celebration and lecture. So the idea behind this is we have two awardees today. We'll recognize them today in just a minute. Then we'll plan for two presentations where they'll come to the research community. We can celebrate them individually and share some of their research and the highlights of what they've done. In both cases, really over their career, which has been a longitudinal research effort. The two nominees today are Dr. Donna DeBelia and Dr. David Schwartz. So I'll say a few words first about Donna DeBelia, and then we'll welcome to the front as soon as we finish that. So Dr. DeBelia came to the University of Colorado in 2001, where she worked closely with students and fellows to build a research program on the origins and clinical course of diabetes. And for each of these, I'll be reading from the nomination letters. These words aren't mine, but theirs. These successes culminated in the launch of the LEAD Center, established in 2015, one of few multidisciplinary centers in the U.S. to employ life course approach to understanding the etiology of obesity and diabetes. She has supported dozens of dissertations and fellowships, seeded 30 extramural proposals, including foundation grants awarded to junior faculty and 4 pre- and postdoctorate fellowships. She's facilitated more than 40 academic careers. Dr. DeBelia has authored nearly 400 peer-reviewed publications, over 20 book chapters. Her Web of Science H-index is 66 with more than 20,000 citations. So please join me in congratulating Dr. DeBelia. Next, we'd like to recognize Dr. Schwartz. So Dr. Schwartz is a distinguished professor who has published more than 400 peer-reviewed articles, including many in top-tier journals such as Science, Nature, and the New England Journal of Medicine. This repertoire highlights David's breadth in the domains that span basic, translational, and clinical research. His work has shifted paradigms in pulmonary fibrosis in the entire field. David has mentored dozens of graduate students, medical students, and postdoctoral fellows, as well as faculty. 12 of his mentees have received F32, KO8, K12, or K23 awards, and over 80% have continued successfully in academia. David has extended these efforts to school-wide and campus-wide initiatives. He is currently the head of the CU program to advance physician scientists in translational medicine, and he directs the CU Anschutz School of Medicine Programmatic Incubator for Research. That's the CU Aspire program, along with Dr. Lori Sussel. Let's congratulate Dr. Schwartz.
So it's my pleasure to be able to introduce the Trainee Research Excellence Awards, which we'll get the next slide up. And this has really been one of those categories. Oh, they got it. We had so many nominees for this category that we ended up awarding 3 of these. The award recognizes a trainee's accomplishments for their excellence in conducting research and scholarly activity that is creative and impactful. It is intended for scholars who show great potential for future impact during their training. So we have 3, as I said. Our first one is Daniel Colon Hidalgo. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Daniel is an MD, currently pursuing his postdoctoral research in Dr. Evan Nozick's lab. And during his fellowship, he has demonstrated exceptional productivity, publishing an impressive 12 manuscripts. And he's also been honored as the Respiratory Disease Young Investigator Forum in 2023 for his work on pulmonary hypertension. So congratulations, Daniel. Please come up and get your award. And our next awardee is Michaela Francesco Carbisiero. Michaela is currently a 4th-year medical student here at CU Anschutz. His classmates nominated him, saying, "I've been able to witness unparalleled drive to explore new ideas in medicine through basic science and clinical research." Michaela stands out from his peers, not only in his passion for asking innovative, thoughtful questions through research projects he pioneers, but also in his excitement to engage other trainees in research and support them in developing their own research skills. So please come up, Michaela. Congratulations. And last but not least, we have Yan Hu, who is currently a postdoctoral fellow in Chris Evans' lab. She was awarded a K99 R00 fellowship, a very prestigious fellowship last year. She has published high-impact papers in Nature and Nature Medicine. Her nomination letter cited her excellence in conducting research that is both creative and impactful, and her potential as an outstanding research and academic researcher. So congratulations, Jan. Please come up.
Okay, our next category is Research Mentorship Award. This recognizes a member of the CU Anschutz Medical Campus for their dedicated and extraordinary efforts to mentor others in their research careers. This award is intended to recognize mentoring of faculty, staff, and/or students. Thank you very much. The 2 awardees today are Dr. Karen Hampanda and Dr. Sean Colgan. I'm going to read Dr. Hampanda's letter first. So for these awards, what I've done is I've excerpt comments from mentees directly writing. So it's really touching again to read all these nominees in particular. I'm going to read from 2 of the mentees. Quote, "Looking back, I owe a lot of credit to Dr. Hampanda for the seamlessness and efficiency of this project's completion. She was always extremely responsive and communicative to all my questions, despite my unfamiliarity with research processes and statistics at the time. Most importantly, I felt comfortable asking her all of my questions and running my ideas by her, knowing that I was going to get sound advice without judgment in return. A second mentee said, Dr. Himpanda is extremely approachable, committed, and open about her own experiences with research and a career in academia. Her doors are always open to her students and mentees, despite her busy schedule. She provides guidance, but also allows autonomy in decisions regarding coursework, research, and future professional academic careers. Let's congratulate Dr. Himpanda. Next, let me say a few things about Dr. Colgan. So these are two, again, direct quotes from his letters. Sean Colgan is the quintessential mentor. Sean combines the qualities of expertise, generosity of time and resources, authenticity, and kindness. The second said, Sean seems to be happiest when he's mentoring. He takes delight in the success of his mentees at all stages, encouraging them to further their careers while providing opportunities and support to do so. Let's congratulate Sean.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great. I mean, we had sort of an early career investigator being nominated. I think Karen had the record number of letters, and all from trainees. And Sean obviously has had a long career of mentoring, so that's really great. Oh, yeah. Okay, so next we'd like to honor the Research Administration Award. And this is an award that recognizes an administrative staff member who consistently goes above and beyond to advance research excellence and keep operations running smoothly across the university campus. And we all know as researchers and scientists and physicians how valuable these individuals are. So the award goes to Natalie Bice. Perfect. Okay. Natalie was nominated by faculty from the Department of Family Medicine. Her nomination letter cited her invaluable contribution not only to her own department, but also to the campus, and also nationally. Natalie established the campus's research administration collaborative called Research Administration Information Network, called RAIN is, I guess, the acronym. And her colleague says she is professional, kind, responsive, and highly competent, all while juggling a million things. Her excellent problem-solving skills results in everything she participates in coming up better because of who she is and how she thinks. Natalie is a prized asset to our campus community. So congratulations.
So good afternoon, everyone. It's my honor to present the 14th Annual Stephen Fadul Award. This is my 9th time making this presentation. Prior to this year, we used to do it at the Department of Physiology annual holiday party. And as I was remarking to people earlier, the striking thing about the 8 previous times I've done this, I think none of them were actually the award winners were actually in the Department of Physiology. So we thought it fitting to move this to a campus-wide venue. So as I think I'm speaking to the choir here, everybody in this audience knows that biomedical research in general is a team sport and involves teamwork among students, postdocs, faculty, and technical staff, which we used to call PRAs, Professional Research Associates. And of these, it's actually the technical staff who do most of the work. They become the keepers of the institutional legacy. They serve as teachers for people coming into the lab to learn new techniques and implement techniques, help them solve problems in the lab, and form the glue that creates an efficient, productive, and collegial research atmosphere. The best of them are self-directed, highly technically competent, professional, supportive of investigators and others, accessible, and fun to work with. It's fitting that this award is named after Stephen Fadul, who served in that role for over half of his life before passing away. And about 15 years ago now, his colleagues and his department formed this award in his honor. We had a lot of nominations this year from many departments. I want to thank the nominating committee, and a fair warning to this year's winner. The nominating committee is the past 3 years' winners. Ming-Feng Tsai, Elon Polak-Polsky, and last year's winner, Vadim Zabernezhny. Sorry about that mispronunciation. They had the unenviable task of choosing among all the nominations for this year's winner. So I'm very excited to announce that Catherine Anderson has been honored as this year's recipient of the Stephen Fadul Award. This accolade celebrates her remarkable 2-decade tenure in the laboratories of Dr. Ramakrishnan and Kinnaman in the Department of Otolaryngology, during which she has made significant strides in science, lab management, and mentorship. So Catherine Anderson is an expert in multiple scientific disciplines, and this is a pretty broad range that I'm about to list here. Molecular techniques, notably quantitative PCR and RT-PCR, behavioral animal models, animal care use, electrophysiology. Though her primary responsibilities are with the aforementioned Drs. Ramakrishnan and Kinnaman, she has reached out to other colleagues within the Rocky Mountain Taste and Smell Center and helped with her time and knowledge in advancing their research efforts. She's been instrumental in designing and executing rigorous mechanistic and translational research studies. Her ability to employ and adapt cutting-edge research methodologies, coupled with her commitment to disseminating research findings and providing mentorship to trainees, solidifies her status as a pillar of scientific training and assistance. Her nominees point out that it sounds like Catherine is exceptionally organized in ensuring adherence to complex regulatory requirements and meticulous management of animal protocols, and has garnered her a special recommendation and as a testament to her exceptional organizational skills and careful attention to detail. The nominations mention how generous Catherine is with her time and sharing her technical expertise and doing so in a positive manner and friendly that encourages the development of all of her colleagues in the lab. She is a catalyst for a very positive environment in the lab and highly valued by all of her colleagues. She's been instrumental in helping new faculty get their labs up and running. Her recent collaborations, notably with the Palette Therapeutic and Linda Barlow's lab, illuminate her spirit of teamwork and innovation. Her leadership in projects such as the in vivo expression of taste genes in mouse tongues and her significant involvement in cultivating a new one for me, taste bud organelles, have been crucial to achieving key research milestones, successful NIH grant applications. So I never had the opportunity to meet Mr. Fadul, but after hearing about him over the last almost decade, it's clear that this year's award winner follows in his legacy of not only outstanding technical competence and organizational skills, but being a fabulous colleague and an inspiration to people who have the privilege of working with her in her career. So please join me in congratulating Catherine Anderson as this year's Fadul Award.
Thanks very much for that presentation and congratulations all around. Our next category is Research Staff Collaborator Award. This recognizes an individual staff member for their outstanding contribution to research collaboration. Specifically, it highlights effective research collaborations within and across disciplines, utilizing innovative and cooperative approaches to the process of scientific discovery. The awardee this year is Cole Jureka. And again, just reading from the nomination letter, since joining the CU Anschutz community, Cole has performed beyond expectations. First, he has led a collaboration between the University of Colorado, the University of Denver, the Behavioral Health Administration of Colorado. His role has been multifold in this project. He has been the point person for bringing together numerous state agencies, including the Colorado Department of Public Health, the Department of Corrections, the BHA, to develop statewide linked data set to assess the health impacts of several Colorado laws. Cole has helped to organize a community forum to share the results of the study and develop community for future work. Among those in attendance were the Attorney General's Director of Opioid Response, several state legislatures, and over 50 people with lived experience. Please welcome me in congratulating Cole.
Okay, and now we actually have a new award that this year is the Rising Star Research Award, and I think is a testament to all of the great recruiting that's been going on campus with getting young investigators here. We had, again, a large number of potential awardees, and we this award recognizes a junior faculty member who is emerging as a leader in research through significant discoveries and original scholarship. It's designed for researchers or who are within their first 3 years of their first faculty appointment. And this year, we're pleased to be able to honor this to Jenna Gutmiller. She's in the Department of Immunology and Microbiology. Unfortunately, Jenna couldn't be with us today, although for her it's great. She's on an anniversary vacation, but she's two of her students, Sarah Leach and Marina Good, are going to accept the award on her behalf. So as I said, Jenna joined the Department of Immunology and Microbiology as an assistant professor in 2022. And just in her short time as an independent PI, she's already published senior author publications. She's actually secured significant external funding, both from the NIH and also from the Howard Hughes Medical Institute, and she's received numerous new investigator awards. So we congratulate Jenna in her absence, and if Sarah and Marina could come up and accept the award on her behalf.
Thanks very much. Next category is Research Faculty Collaborator Award. So this recognizes an individual faculty member for their outstanding contribution in research collaboration. Specifically, it highlights effective research collaborations within and across disciplines utilizing cooperative approaches and teamwork to address challenging scientific questions. The awardee this year is Daniel Frank. Again, reading from his nomination letter. Dr. Frank is an exceptionally productive and helpful collaborator. An author of 214 scientific publications, he has critically leveraged his expertise in the microbiome science to foster excellent team science. He has been indispensable to many research projects. He contributed to multiple research papers and grants, and his laboratory performed all the bench work necessary to characterize the microbiome, including gut, airway, and reproductive tract, and performed the microbiome-related bioinformatics. He was involved in the study design and contributed to the biostatistical analysis, figure generation, paper writing, and revision. Dr. Frank is a leader in the field and sought after collaborator due to his impactful knowledge and sharing. And one of the interesting things, if you look at the collaborations, there's two things you notice. There's many of them. There's 10 or more. There's a depth to them. There's multiple publications, 5 or 10 publications, and they go over, in some cases, a decade. They close by saying, this is a stellar record of impactful work that reflected collaborations that have been formed and lasted, in many cases, over decades. Please join us in congratulating Dr. Frank. There you go.
So I am now very pleased to introduce the Faculty Research Excellence Award. This is an award that recognizes a faculty member's accomplishments for their excellence in conducting research and scholarly activity that is highly original and makes significant contribution to the field. It is intended for faculty who are positively contributing to CU's culture and are acknowledged as leaders in their field. And this is very deserving to go to Dr. Wendy Court. Wendy is a distinguished professor in the Department of Medicine in the Division of Geriatric Medicine and the Nancy Anschutz Chair in Women Health Research. I think we all would agree that Wendy has made extraordinary contributions to the research foundations in the Department of Medicine, and her metabolic research related to exercise in older adults has continually pushed the envelope of innovation. Wendy is an exceptional faculty leader and collaborator who has dedicated her time and energy to ensure that CU Anschutz research community is at the forefront of many research endeavors nationwide. And in addition, she has made extraordinary contributions to the formation and success of collaborative research teams at CU Anschutz, which are both nationally and internationally recognized. So congratulations, Wendy. Very deserving of this award.
Look at that. Thank you. Well, I think we're on our last category already. This has just flown by. Our last category this afternoon is Research Collaboration Team Award. We're recognizing two teams this afternoon. This recognizes a team for their outstanding contribution to research and research collaboration. It highlights effective research collaborations within and across disciplines, utilizing a team approach to scientific discovery that brings together different perspectives for greater success and impact. Now, the two groups recognizing tonight is CETA, the Center for Innovative Design and Analysis, and the Colorado Monoclonal Antibody Team. Let me first talk about CETA. And we differentiate these groups in an interesting way. The monoclonal antibody group was doing direct research during the pandemic. CETA had wonderful letters of nomination, talk about their support in a team aspect. And so it was really important for us to really recognize both of those aspects, the support centrally, as well as the work done by the other team. The Center for Innovative Design and Analysis, or CETA, was started in 2018. Has become a beacon for team science at CU Anschutz. Through the CETA team science model, biostatisticians and data scientists are embedded into research teams to promote and develop sound, rigorous, and reproducible study design and analysis, resulting in improved quality and impact of biomedical and public health research on campus. Since its inception by Director Nicole Carlson, CETA has grown from 12 individuals to a team of 55 members in 2023, which includes more than 20 collaborative PhD faculty members, more than 20 master's trained individuals, and 12 graduate students and postdoctoral fellows. In addition, CETA supports more than $85 million annually in external collaborative grants and has $4 million in statistical methods portfolio. Along with collaborative team science, CETA faculty are at the forefront of methodologic research in biostatistics, informatics, and promoting agility and innovation in the face of a rapidly evolving biomedical research landscape. Please join me in congratulating them. Next, I'll talk about the monoclonal antibody project of Colorado. The nominators say we are proud to nominate the monoclonal antibody Colorado team for its outstanding contributions to science and public health. The product leveraged leadership and expertise from multiple diverse groups.
Sorry. Not there.
There we go. Sorry about that. Let's see. The project leveraged leadership and expertise from multiple diverse groups of the University of Colorado Anschutz Medical Campus to make substantial contributions to the federal and global efforts against COVID-19. During the 2.5 years of the project's operation, the team achieved significant advances and understand the real-world effectiveness and equitable implementation of monoclonal antibodies and other COVID antiviral treatments during the height of the pandemic, while facilitating life-saving treatments to hundreds of thousands of people across Colorado. Two other notes. They routinely presented policy-informing research to leaders of the federal COVID response, including Operation Warp Speed, the White House, the FDA, CDC, Department of Defense, BARDA, and the NIH. That's notable. They published over a dozen peer-reviewed manuscripts on real-world effectiveness. At least 10 additional manuscripts are anticipated within the next year. Please join us in congratulating this group. Fantastic. And let's give all the awardees one final round of applause. Before we conclude this afternoon, I'd just like to thank all of you for coming and participating. We appreciate the boisterousness of some of this applause. I'd like to congratulate all the awardees. What a great evening. We will have some refreshments out in the lobby. We would like to take a group picture. So I think, Scott, we're going to set up just down the bleachers. So if you go out there just down one little notch, we should have some sunlight there. I'd like to thank the Chancellor and Dean Riley for joining us today. I'd like to thank our organizing committee, all those great reviewers, and again, all of you for coming tonight. Thanks very much.